yoga. We're going to go ahead and get started by sliding to the back of the chair and just taking a few moments to center. So you can just relax back, have your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, and go ahead and allow your eyes to close for a moment. And as your eyes close, feel your feet on the floor, your body in your chair. Notice the movement of the breath in your body. And we'll start with a breathing technique that I've been really into lately. So as you inhale, inhale through your nostrils, fill the body, and exhale through your mouth. We'll do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale mouth. Adding on to it this time, take a deep breath in. Hold your breath in at the top of the inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale mouth. Doing that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. And holding the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale mouth. Allowing your mouth to close, breathe through the nostrils. And just notice how your breath adjusts. And noticing any change in your system from that few moments of breath work. Maybe a bit more present. And do allow yourself to be present. Anything that needs to be concerned or worried about, just set it aside for a moment. Any residue that has joined you in this moment, just feel it fade away. Anything that's happened before you arrived today, just feel it fade away. Couple more breaths. Good, and then take a deeper, fuller breath. And bring your awareness on back. All right, go ahead and slide to the edge of your chair. We're going to start with the feet and knees hip width apart and have your heel stacking underneath your knees for some stability, okay? Now for this movement, we're going to go in both directions. So you'll see us start in one direction. We're going to do that for a while, then switch directions. So bring your palms together at your heart, prayer pose. And it's a 2-part inhale. So you'll see what I mean. So for half the breath, you're going to extend the arms forward and take them wide. For the rest of the breath, you'll lift your arms all the way up, extending through the sides of the body. And then exhale, bring the palms back to the heart. Okay? So it's inhale wide, inhale, lift up, and exhale back. Again, inhale wide, inhale up, and exhale back. Warming up the shoulders. Forward and out, up, exhale back. Please continue. Inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. A few more times. Last one in this direction. Take the arms wide, up, and bring them back. Take an adjusting breath here. And then as promised, we'll go in the other direction. So it's still a two-part inhale and a singular exhale. You'll see what I mean. So it's inhale, arms straight up, inhale, arms wide, and then exhale, sweep the arms forward, palms together and back to the heart. So again, that's inhale, reaching up, inhale, take it wide, exhale, sweeping forward, palms together and back to the heart. Inhale up, inhale wide, exhale forward and back, up, out, forward and back. Inhale, inhale, exhale back. Keep going, up, out, forward and back. A few more times. Let's do one more time, all right? Inhale up, inhale wide, and exhale forward and back. Feeling sensation for a moment. You can release the arms or the hands. So it's a nice one to open up the shoulders, the upper back, and the front of the chest, helping to create more lung capacity. And it's also a bit of a devotional movement, so it might sort of feel a little bit tender after a while too, which is okay. It's okay. So go ahead and take your left arm straight out to the side, and then sweep the arm forward and all the way across your body as much as you can. Now with your opposite wrist, you're going to hold behind the elbow, so on the upper arm, and just pull the arm into your body. And take some deep breaths, especially into your upper back and especially into the left side of your upper back. Good, and then carefully release that arm on down. I feel like that arm is looser now. Let's do the other side. Take the right arm out to the side. With your exhale, sweep it forward and across. And with your opposite wrist, hold right above the elbow on the upper arm and just pull that arm as close into your body as you can. And again, take some deep breaths into your upper back and especially the right side of the upper back. Good. All right. Carefully release that arm on down. Good. We're going to do some neck rolls next, one of our favorites. So just let the arms hang heavy next to you, okay? Don't shrug them up at all. Just keep them heavy. And then go ahead and take your left ear to your left shoulder. And then bring your head back up and take your right ear to your right shoulder. And just continue to teeter-totter the head from side to side, ear to shoulder, back up, and ear to shoulder. Just creating some pull on the sides of the neck here, helping to gently coax that tension out of the neck. You also might notice that one side of the neck is looser than the other. That's normal, don't worry. Keep the arms hanging heavy. And then bring your ear to a shoulder, it doesn't matter which one, and then roll forward, chin to chest, and then roll over to the other side, ear to shoulder. And then stop there, and then roll forward again, chin to chest, all the way ear to shoulder. Good, and just keep going, these half circles. Forward, ear to shoulder, forward, ear to shoulder. And just keep rolling these half circles. Breathe as you do so. And feel that tension along the sides and back of the neck, just gently again being coaxed out. There's a gentle pull there. And we're going to go for a little bit longer. And I want you to notice as you're moving from side to side, where do you feel tension? Now, there might be more than one place. That's okay. But in a moment, I'll invite you to pause at a point that feels important to you. Maybe it feels tender. Maybe it feels good. Maybe it feels, tender and also kind of sore, but you know you want to hold it. It feels important. So go ahead and find that point along this half circle where it just feels like you need to spend more time and breathe and stop at that point and breathe. Knowing that if there's more than one point that you can always return to this practice. 2 more breaths into the stretch. And then go ahead and drop your chin to the chest, straight down, and then lift your head up. And notice sensation. In addition to like feeling like my neck is elongated, my shoulders are further down, I always feel a little bit more awake after that one too. It's like, oh, there's not as much weighing on me as there was before. Okay. So we're gonna do some work for the upper spine now. It's one of our versions of our spinal flexes. This one today, I'll ask you to take your arms out to the sides, bend the elbows, and bring the hands onto your shoulders, the forefingers in front and the thumbs behind you. And with your inhale, you're gonna roll the shoulders down the back, open the elbows nice and wide and look up. And with your exhale, you'll round the upper back as if you're bringing the elbows close to one another. And then inhale, open back up. Then exhale, roll forward, look down, elbows coming toward one another. And then just keep going on your breath, okay? Opening up, inhale, rounding, exhale. Loosening up all that stuck tissue around the upper back and spine. This is great for posture. It's great to wake up your body, your mind. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. And you can do this slowly. You can do it quickly. Just do it with your breath. And we're going to go for about 15 more seconds or so. You might start to feel some heat in your body. Three, two, and one. Come to a neutral spine. Relax the arms down. Close the eyes and feel. Notice what's going on in the body here. Your breath, sensation, circulation, your heartbeat, your breath rate, your sweat rate, if that's happening. And then go ahead and bring your awareness on back. Good. So I just got a hit of awareness I want to share with you really quickly. Often, whether you come to this class or the traditional yoga class that I teach with MoFo, I say, bring your awareness back to your body. And that is actually one of the reasons why yoga is great at helping you to manage stress. Stress happens up here in your mind. and we ruminate, we go on these cycles, we catastrophize, etc. And when we bring our awareness into sensation in the body, we're stopping that mental cycle, which allows you to go back into those mindsets in a way that's a bit more empowered, where you have a bit more control and you're less reactive. So, of course, there is the sensation itself, which is doing plenty for your system. But know that when I ask you to drop your awareness into your body, it's actually to help your mind as much as it is to be conscious of what's happening here. Okay, so there's a few things going on, but I just had that hit of awareness to mention that. So I did. All right, so we're gonna do some spinal extensions next. So go ahead and interlace your fingers in front of you. Turn your palms away from you and extend your arms forward. Good. And then take the arms straight up. And reach up through the wrist. Big, big stretch like you just woke up. Reach. 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 Big breath in. And exhale, release the arms on down. Good. Great. So for just a moment, I'll ask you to hinge at the hips and fold down over your thighs. Your hands can stay on your thighs if you'd like to, or they can hang to the floor. But allow your chin to drop in towards your throat so the back of the neck is opening up. And since the front of the body is compressed into the thighs, notice any movement of your back body as you breathe. All right, inhale, sit back up. Again, notice sensation. All right. So for the next exercise, I'll ask you to take your feet and knees into the wider position, meaning that they're just a little bit wider than your shoulders. The heels are still stacking underneath your knees, and the toes are out to the side. And the idea here is that if you lean from side to side, that you'll be stable. So give that a shot. If it feels unstable, either widen or narrow your stance. Okay. And watch me do this next one. I don't know if I've taught this before, but I was feeling it this morning, so we're gonna try it. So I'm just gonna bring my hands on top of my thighs near the knees. And there's really no wrong way to do this, but it's just rotationing of the spine, or rotating of the spine. You're gonna drop a shoulder forward and roll the other shoulder back, and then you'll switch sides. And then you'll switch sides. And just keep moving from side to side, just going as far as feels good for you. You don't have to overdo it, but just breathe as you move and feel what's going on. All right. So I'm leaning forward a little bit here. I'm dropping shoulder down, look back, and then switch sides. And we're just going to go for about a minute or so in this exercise, feeling some twisting of the spine. My head is looking behind me as I twist. And you might find that the more you do this, that the more rotation you find in the spine. I'm feeling after I've done this for about 30 seconds or so that there's a little bit more twisting or rotation that's happening. And then it doesn't matter which side you end up on, but go ahead and stop on one side and stay. Again, take the front shoulder forward, take the back shoulder back, looking behind you, twist and breathe. Inhale and wind, and then exhale, go to the other side and breathe. And then come back to center. Fold down for just a moment, symmetrical fold. And then inhale, sit all the way back up. Slide the feet closer together and feel once again. Again, I'm not sure if I've taught that one before, but when I was planning this class this morning, that came to me intuitively. And I'm like, oh, we'll just do it and give it a shot, see how it feels. So let's give some love to our hips, okay? So have the knees about hip width apart and extend your left leg forward, okay? Foot is flat on the floor. Good. And then you're gonna pick up the right foot, flex the foot, and bring the ankle somewhere above the knee, okay? Now this might be as far as you go today. Like this might just really feel like a big hip stretch for you and just stay here, okay? Everything from this point on is completely optional. Actually, this is optional too, whatever you wanna do. If you feel like you want to get more out of this, keep the right foot flexed and slide the left foot back, the heel and ankle stacking underneath the knee. Now, at this point, you probably definitely feel something in your right hip. So let's breathe with that. And I'm going to keep instructing different ways to be in this exercise, but stop at the point that feels right for you today. Now, if you want to at this point, again, keeping the right foot flexed, you can take your right hand on top of the knee. And you're not pushing downward, you're pushing down and forward, as if you're kind of tractioning the leg out of the hip joint a little bit here. And breathe. We love our hips. Good. Now, again, you can stay here, but if you want to take this a breath or two further, you can think about hinging at your hips. So you're not rounding the back here, but you're folding at the hips. And you're bringing your chest down toward your thigh. And how far you go is up to your body. Don't go too far. And we're breathing. No matter what pose or version of this pose you've ended up in, aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. And then we'll slowly come out. So if you're folding, sit back up. Then we'll all uncross and feel. Now, before we do the other side, let's do one more thing for this right hip. You're going to flex the foot again, lift the foot off the ground, and then just shake the leg from side to side. Shake it out from side to side, feeling it loose all the way up into the hip joint. And you're breathing. We'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot back down. Good. Hopefully that hip doesn't feel so tweaky anymore. But we will be doing the other side. So go ahead and stretch your right leg out in front of you, flexing the left foot. Pull those toes back. You're going to bring the ankle above the knee. Okay. Now, again, this might be where you stop today, and that is completely fine. If you'd like to take this further, keep the foot flexed and slide the right foot back so it stacks underneath your heel. Now, because our body is very asymmetrical in terms of muscle flexibility and just flexibility in general, I can't think of words today. This side might feel different from the first side. So you might even notice that my left knee is higher than my right knee was. So you might not go as far as you did before, or you might be able to go further, but keep the left foot flexed If you want to, you can place the left hand on top of the left knee. Again, not pushing down, but forward and down. Again, it's like you're tractioning that leg out of the hip socket a little bit. And we're breathing, giving these hips some love. Now, again, if you want to, you can fold forward here. Just keep the spine flat. And again, you do not have to go as far as you did on the first side. Keep the foot flexed. And then carefully sit up if you're folding, and we'll uncross. Whew, that was my tighter side. Let's do the hip shake. So lift your left foot off the ground, flex the foot, and shake. And breathe. Feel it loose all the way up into the hip socket. Shake, 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 shake. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring the foot flat to the floor. Good. Go ahead and reach your arms out to the sides. Reach up and overhead. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Inhale. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, down over the legs, staying for about 3 to 4 breaths. Beautiful. With your next inhale, sit back up. Okay, let's spend the last few minutes we have together today in meditation. So sliding to the back of your chair, feeling nice and stable here. You can relax into the back of the chair if you'd like to. Do have the legs uncrossed, feet on the floor. Just take a couple of deep breaths in and out as your eyes close, feeling, again, sensation in the body. What is happening in the physical system in this moment? Sensation, breath rate, heart rate, and not your qualification of it. It's not good or bad, right or wrong. It's just what sensation is there. And feel your breath relax, not forcing the inhale, not forcing the exhale. And I want you to think of the first thing that pops into your mind when I ask you the question, what are you grateful for today? Right here in this moment. Don't second guess it. What are you grateful for today? Could be anything. The first thing that pops into your head. Just roll with it. And then acknowledge how this thing that you're grateful for, how it helps. Why are you grateful for it? It could be a simple answer, it could be quite complex or even emotional. But whatever it is, have that acknowledgement. Understand why you feel grateful for it. And in that acknowledgement, what you might sense is your feeling of gratitude deepen. And as that deepens, you feel your entire system become calm. There's a sense of peace with gratitude. And sometimes it really is just that simple. Anytime you want to feel centered, calm, and peaceful, practice gratitude for something, for anything. And keep that gratitude and peace in your heart as you take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring the palms together. And then go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take those heated palms over the eyes, brushing gently over the top of your head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space around you.